Oh, and now it's working. Welcome, everybody, to a very weird edition of Omnibros Live. It's your boy Geo here, petitioning Marvel for an Inhumans Omnibus. Even though I'm sick, I still want the damn book. Uh, Welcome back. It's been a weird month of April for everybody in the channel,
Mm-hmm.
but we're hanging in there. So welcome back. Last was it last week that we didn't do a show? Uh, no, the first week. I think Riley couldn't make a show, so I skipped it as well. And then last week I got sick, so I haven't been on in a while. And now Monday, Jess couldn't be on there for stuff that's happening in its household. So the Tuesday show, because of that, they couldn't do the Tuesday show with the Map My Batman thing that they're going to do, Riley and Jess. And
Uh-huh.
I couldn't do it. So it was just cancellations upon cancellations. But here we are, Wednesdays. It's going to be weird.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to talk about a bunch of stuff. But
Yeah,
that doesn't matter.
yeah.
Lou, how you doing, buddy?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Yeah, this we're usually pretty consistent. We rarely miss episodes, and we've been doing this for like 5 years now, and we're pretty spot on. So for all of us to not be able to do a show, it's pretty rare, and it's just been one series of things after another over the past week with just a whole bunch of stuff happening to pretty much everybody. So, but I hope you're feeling a lot better. I know you were just out of it for a bit. You still sound a little rough around the edges, but you do sound better from what I've heard.
Thank you.
And
I'm trying not to cough. So if I go mute, that's what I'm doing.
it's all good, buddy. It's all good, man. Just hang in there. So bear with us tonight, guys. You know, it's we're still gonna try to hit that hour mark like we always do and just bring you some entertainment and talk about some stuff that's been going on in pop culture and in video games and movies and all that stuff.
Oh yeah. So very important. Let's remind everybody that this show is, of course, sponsored by the fine folks at In Stock Trades, IST, your home for all things collected editions. You know what? I'm just going to lower my voice, see if I don't start coughing. Up to 48% off. The daily or the weekly deals are back. You can check out the homepage with all the cool stuff that's coming out. And if you have that extra 2%, you can get books for 50% off. That's great. A wide selection of books, manga, omnis, hardcovers, trades, all that fun stuff. You get it at instocktrades.com, your home for all things collected editions. And yeah, fantastic customer service and wonderful packaging at instocktrades.com.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby, the official sponsor of this channel. So, let's talk about Moon Knight. This
Mm-hmm.
episode 4 debuted it today,
Yes, it did.
and I, I I
This
don't
show
want to
is
hate on the show.
this
I
is
don't
losing.
hate on things, but it's not what I thought it was gonna be.
This show is losing me, and it's losing me really fast. Um, I will say they do something at the end of this episode where I'm like, okay, this is kind of interesting. All right, you kind of that's this is Jesus. This has kind of been the pattern of this show for the last two episodes, where they're really losing me, and in the last 5 minutes they do something really interesting. I'm like, okay, you got me for another episode. I'm interested to kind of see where this goes. Um, but overall, yeah, this is just for me personally. I did Disney run out of money? Are they going bankrupt? What's going on there? Because it feels really cheap. And I mentioned this last week, but I keep getting the vibe that this was very low budget, and maybe a lot of the money went to get Oscar Isaac and Ethan Hawke or something like that.
Yeah,
Because it's looking really, really cheap, especially the last two episodes.
a lot of invisible enemies, and
Yeah.
the choreographed fighting isn't the smoothest, especially
Mm-mm.
that fight in the circus or whatever the hell they were doing with the people riding on horseback. I don't know what the hell was going on there.
Yeah.
But that was episode 3. Yeah, that was episode 3. At least episode 3, which I didn't talk about on the show, ended with the really cool stuff with the night sky. I think that's going to be like a MCU favorite moment type of thing because I thought it was visually really striking and awesome. But like you said, everything else it's kind of like fluff where you're like, okay, sure, whatever. And then the last couple minutes, oh, something cool. I'm excited for next episode. And then the next
Right.
episode hits, and it's the same thing all over again.
Hmm. Yeah. No. This very much has. I'm kind of. I don't know. It's so weird because this is the first. Well, with the exception of What If, I hated What If. This is the first live action of these MCU shows. And I'm not counting Agents of Shield or any of that stuff. I'm talking about the proper MCU stuff, where this just is really not doing it for me. And Moon Knight is such an interesting character, and they could have had so much fun with it. But it seems maybe the right word for it is this feels padded out. Um, this feels very stretched out. Maybe they didn't. I don't know. It almost feels like they didn't have enough material for the full 6 episodes. Maybe they had enough for maybe 3 or 4, and now they're stretching stuff out. Um,
Yeah.
because now we've literally gotten. So you can make an argument that Moon Knight is Mark Spector and all that, but I'm talking about the titular superhero in the costume outfit. I'd say we
Mm-hmm.
probably gotten in 4 episodes 5 minutes with him in the suit at best.
Yeah. Yeah. He's been on every episode, but just for a handful of minutes.
Yeah.
Because the first one, it was literally the final scene. Then the second episode was the big fight, and the third one was the fight with the cowboys or whatever they're
Mhm.
called. And now in episode 4, I'm not sure if we want to spoil everything. We didn't get anything in episode 4, right? Today?
No, we didn't get anything in episode 4, and there is a story reason why we didn't get anything in episode 4. Um,
Do we want to spoil it or not yet?
I mean, is there really much to spoil about this episode?
It's a
Other than
very simple. It's a very simple story, honestly.
Yeah, other than maybe the last 10 minutes, which the last 10 minutes where I was like, oh wow, this is really cool. You're kind of going, this is really cool, but at the same time, I'm like, Legion did this a few years ago, and I think they did it better, and it was way more badass when Legion did it.
Yeah.
I
It
don't know
kind
if
of
you saw
feels
that.
like it was supposed to be a movie. I remember I didn't watch all of Legion, but I do remember the first season.
Hmm.
It kind of feels like it was supposed to be a movie, and Feige told them they needed an extra show for Disney Plus.
I can see this.
I think it should be a movie. I don't think it needed to
Yeah,
be 6 episodes long.
yeah. I think honestly, this would have been better suited as a film. I think if you cut out a lot of the fluff and a lot of the middle stuff, there there is so far in the 4 episodes we got, there is a good, I'd say, hour to hour and a half of a movie if you cut all this up and put it together.
Oh yeah, for sure. And kind of reminds me of the Hawkeye thing. I would have preferred like Hawkeye be a movie. That's just my
Hmm.
personal take.
Hmm.
And Moon Knight seems to follow that as well. It's a very simple story, but just super padded out with stuff that really unnecessary.
Yeah.
This episode on episode 4, they literally go mummy hunting on a tomb that doesn't exist in real life. But it was cool nonetheless because I like that kind of stuff. You know, the
Mhm.
archaeology and um, all the callbacks to the Mummy movies, from the older ones to the more recent ones, and they actually freaking deep throated a mummy in this episode and got a thingamajig from inside of it. I thought that was really cool and disturbing at the same time.
Yep. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. Yeah. Um, See, Hawkeye is actually my favorite of the MCU shows, only right behind Loki. I would argue that Loki is probably still my favorite, but that Loki and WandaVision are kind of tied for me. So it's probably Hawkeye's my number two.
yeah.
Is probably my second favorite of those shows. And I do get where you're coming from. Where I do agree. I think Hawkeye also could have been a movie, but I think Hawkeye's pacing, for me at least, was way better than this because I'm finding myself checking my phone, seeing how much longer do I have in this episode, because I could be doing something else right now. Um, and the thing is, Oscar Isaac is acting his ass off in this. He is
Oh yeah. He's
really
to me he's
trying.
the best part of it.
Yeah, Oscar Isaac is really the reason why you want to watch this, and Ethan Hawke, because Ethan Hawke,
Yeah.
we mentioned this last week, but Ethan Hawke is great in this as well. He
Hmm.
doesn't play the stereotypical mustache twirling villain, which I really like. You get his point of view and you understand where he's coming from. There were some revelations this episode where I was like, oh, okay, that's pretty interesting. That's kind of cool what you just revealed about this character and their relationship to this other character and how Ethan Hawke knew and all that other stuff. Um, but overall, I just kind of find myself going, man, I could easily just watch a YouTube video of all this story stuff and just okay, fill me in on what I need to know.
Yeah. And so, of the episode that aired today, what did you think of it? The actual plot of it, them going into the maze
Hmm.
and discovering the tomb of
Right.
something something that I'm not going to spoil, which I thought was really cool. I liked that part. As a
Hmm.
history nerd, I really dug it. Um, and then the reveal at the end with that white scene.
Hmm.
I'm not a Moon Knight expert, but is that taken from Jeff Lemire's run? Because I saw that scene and I called back to the covers on that run. I don't
Hmm.
know if you remember the covers for that
I
comic
do.
book run.
Yeah, I do.
So I was
Um,
wondering, like, maybe they pulled stuff from there. I haven't read all that stuff, so I don't know.
I have not read all that stuff either, so I don't know. But I do remember now that you mentioned it, I do remember that those covers, and I'm kind of wondering the same thing as you because so something happens to Mark Spector, um, and he gets taken somewhere else, and it's very much the moment it happens, I go, okay, this is really interesting. This is really cool. Overall, as a whole, okay, overall as a whole episode, I enjoyed it more than the last episode. I think this is much stronger, mainly because of the ending of this episode,
Yeah.
and I think this was very much a lot more fun in the sense of okay, they're actually doing something, they're going after something. Um, they're kind of calling back to the classic. You mentioned this. They're calling back to classic ancient, not ancient, old school mummy films, where
Well, it's been so long at this point; they're kind of ancient.
yeah. I mean, the last time we got a decent one was what, The Mummy with Brendan Fraser.
Yeah.
Um, which Jesus, we need another one of those. But with Brendan, I think Brendan could come back and do. He could lose some weight and they could do it again.
Oh,
Um,
I could see it. Yeah.
he's expressed interest. He said he'd do it if they give him the right script and everything like that. And Brendan could lose. He just got to drop the weight a little bit. That's it. Um,
Hmm.
so I do like the fact that this feels like an old school callback to those old mummy movies where yeah, we got to go inside the temple. There's obviously some monster or something inside of it that's probably chasing us around. I enjoyed this episode a lot more than the last episode, but
Yeah.
again, I just found myself struggling to give a shit about what's going on in the overall story, if that makes sense. It was fun, but
Yeah.
I don't care is the big thing.
Also, the fact that it's not really connected to the rest of the MCU. If it's a DC property, we're kind of used to that because a lot of DC books lend themselves well to being solitary adventures.
Mm-hmm.
But if you've already established the super highly hyper detailed interconnected universe,
Yeah.
suddenly having Moon Knight out there by himself with absolutely zero references to anything else,
Yeah.
I felt like I was not watching a Marvel comic book movie
Well,
thing.
and here's the thing. They've kind of shot themselves in the foot with this because the god. Okay, so slight spoilers. The gods are like, well, you can't really reveal yourself to them because, and Moon Knight just basically makes an eclipse at night, and the stars start moving, and it's like, this is a world where people were blipped out of existence. They saw basically a god, a celestial, pop out of the
Yep.
ground of their
Yep.
own planet, and is now a giant country, basically.
Hmm.
I think a lunar eclipse would probably be the least of their worries in this world.
Yep.
Stuff like that is always kind of funny to me, but you kind of have to suspend your belief because it's a Marvel show. I think okay, so is it just me, or are these new ever since we finished Endgame, is Marvel kind of struggling with these new characters to kind of really get them to that level of, let's say, where Iron Man was or Captain America was before Endgame?
I think it. I mean, the shows have been good, except for Falcon and Winter Soldier, which I did not like. But
Yeah.
for the most of it, they've been good. But I think there's this disconnect with the regular people that don't
Mhm.
have Disney Plus that aren't watching these shows,
Yeah.
and I think it's really hurting the structure of the phase, in my opinion, because it kind of feels all over the place to
Yeah.
me. And they're new heroes. You're not getting the legacy ones. You're not getting the old ones. Hell, it's not until now that we got the Thor trailer, which we could
Yeah.
talk about. Um, I don't know. I think um, I think the whole TV/movie thing is kind of it might be hurting it slightly in the long run. The MCU as a whole.
Right. I think with the exception of Shang, and that's because that was a movie, and that blew up at the box office. I couldn't even predict
Hmm.
how well that would do at the box office. With the exception of Shang, a lot of these new heroes that they're trying to bring in, and a lot of the older heroes that they're trying to make pick up the mantle of the newer ones, I don't see them sticking as much as when we first had that Captain America with Chris Evans, or when we had Robert Downey Jr. with Iron Man. And a lot of that
Yeah,
might be just due to the fact that it was fresh and new. And at this
yeah,
point, we've been in the MCU for over damn near 10 years. So
uh, yeah.
I I just don't see them having, let's say, like another Guardians of the Galaxy. They haven't had that. I think their last big breakout team or superhero was maybe the Guardians, right? Or no. Well, yeah,
Guardians. Yeah, yeah. I
Guardians.
mean, so far in this phase, I mean, we got the Black Widow movie, but you already knew what you were getting yourself into because that's not really a in present movie. That's in the past. You got the Eternals, which I considered a flop. I'm sorry, I did
Yeah,
not like that at all.
didn't work, right?
Shang Chi is the new guy, and he started out right because everybody loved the movie. It's a great movie. But everybody else is like Moon Knight, Miss Marvel. Like you're scrapping from the C and B listers now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But the thing is, but Guardians was a C and B list team. Like a Guardians book would not. Guardians, even today, Guardians of the Galaxy comics don't last on shelves. They last maybe 10, 12 issues, and then they're pulled because they just do not sell. But for
Yeah,
whatever reason, Guardians of the Galaxy stuck around, and it's one of their biggest hell. There's a ride.
there's a
There's
ride. That's true. Yeah.
it's one of their biggest properties, and I don't think they've had a surprise hit like that
No.
since Guardians. I mean, you can make an argument for Black Panther, but the thing is, Black Panther was also kind of an established property because he was pretty well known before
Hmm.
that.
Hmm.
Um, and I keep thinking maybe they're just trying. They're shooting stuff at the wall and they're trying to see maybe we can get another Guardians or maybe we can get another surprise hit, but it's just not landing. And I'm gonna
Yeah.
tell you, based on the trailer, I don't think Ms. Marvel's gonna be it either.
I mean, if you guys love it, that's great. More power to you. I'm gonna watch it because I watch every superhero thing, but I'm not excited for it.
I'm not.
I was really turned off by the fact that she's essentially, oh my gosh,
Green Lantern.
what's the name of the superhero? I forgot the name of it. The one with the quantum bands. She's Quasar now.
Yeah.
Quasar? Yeah, she's Quasar. Instead of being an Inhumans and me being a huge Inhumans fans, I was really disappointed by that. I'm not feeling the trailer, but I know it's not. I guess it's not for me or whatever. But if people like it, that's great.
Well, I mean, I think the obvious reason why they made her basically Quasar is because we've got the Fantastic Four on the way, and if you've read any of the rumors that have been going on online, there's a lot of speculation that one of the members of the Fantastic Four is in that Doctor Strange movie that's coming out in a few weeks. Holy shit, that movie comes out like in 2 weeks. I just realized that.
Next month, yeah.
Damn.
It's a very weird place right now because you got Moon Knight and then Doctor Strange and then July Thor.
Mm.
So it's one right at the other.
I'm kind of wondering also if the multiverse stuff it's not landing like they expected it to.
I'm excited for the Doctor Strange stuff because of that rumor that you mentioned. I know what you're talking about. I hope it happens. There's potential there.
Dude, I mean, the guy. We could at least mention this, right? Like it was in the trailer. It's in the first trailer. You hear Patrick Stewart's voice in the first trailer.
Oh, he tried to deny it, and then like a couple weeks later, they kind of confirmed it, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm in it," or whatever. Something like that happened. But yeah, he's in it.
Like, you hear his voice in the trailer, so it's like, well, shit. I mean,
Yeah.
you just don't bring Patrick Stewart back if you're not going to do something huge with him. Which I don't know. I feel like that's kind of a mistake because I think Logan was the perfect send off to that character.
Oh, I agree. Unless, what's probably going to happen, it's going to be a variant or whatever it is that they're calling it.
Yeah. Like I'll accept a James McAvoy even if he shows up there.
That'd be fun.
I'll accept that, but I don't know. I Logan was so fucking good, and it was such a great send off to that character. That I'm like, oh damn it, you're going back to this again, aren't you?
Hayden brings up a good point. They're padding out the phase out with relative unknowns before the heavy hitters. FF, Deadpool, and X-Men.
That's a good point. That is a very good point. And here's the thing. No matter how this plays out, this phase, their escape button is always the X-Men. Because there is a fuck ton of them. And they can make a whole phase just on those characters.
Oh, yeah. You can do a whole MCU just with them. That's it.
Yeah.
You don't need anybody else.
Yeah.
This is slight spoilerish, but I'm going to highlight it anyways. If you haven't seen episode 3 or 4 of Moon Knight, I can see them throwing a post-credit scenes of all the Egyptian gods being dead to connect to Love and Thunder.
That'd be cool.
That'd be really fun.
That would be really cool.
So, since we're talking Love and Thunder, I know you're a huge fan of the trailer. What did you think of it?
Gio. Oh my god, man. So this pulls from one of my favorite Thor runs, God Butcher, which you can get at our sponsor website, In Stock Trades. Gio, why don't you tell them about it real quick?
Hey, the Omnibus is coming out in 2 weeks from now, next week.
Mm-hmm.
You can get the Jason Aaron Thor Omni from In Stock Trades. That's IST, instocktrades.com. Your home for all things collected editions, 48 to even 50% off on books, manga, omnis, hardcovers, all that fun stuff.
Yeah. Dude, I feel like this trailer was tailor made for me. Honestly,
I love the colors in this one.
Yes.
It looks really beautiful. I love the color palette, and seeing all the characters and just seeing the Guardians back and interacting with Thor and that
Mm-hmm.
dynamic. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. Finally, we get Mighty Thor, and I hope people stop saying Lady Thor because that
Yeah.
was dumb back then when the comics were out. It's Mighty Thor. That's the appropriate name for that character.
Mm-hmm.
And if you got issues with Mighty Thor, I think you need to you need to get a hold of your life because to be upset about the comic book character is kind of pathetic.
Uh, this reminds me of that Kevin Smith movie with Ben Affleck where he's like, "These are fictional characters." I forgot what is it. That's not Dogma, is it? Where he's in it?
I think it may be Dogma.
I love
I
Dogma.
know the quote you're saying, but I don't know if it was Dogma or not.
I love Ben Affleck in that movie. He's like, "You're getting mad at fictional characters." This is the
You
dumbest shit to get mad over, honestly, man.
it For a while now, I just took it upon myself to not go into that world of
Yeah,
people reacting and all that stuff. But you can't escape it. I
yeah.
see it on YouTube videos, Twitter, TikTok, and it's just really, really dumb takes.
It
And I'm
is.
sitting here like, guys, there are better things to be preoccupied about.
There's
Instead, you see people fighting over Jane Foster getting the Mjolnir hammer. Like,
there there is so much other more important shit that's going on in the world right now than this stuff. And dude, it is Jane Silent Bob Strike Back. Thanks, man.
yeah, thank you.
Um, with and not only that, I love the guys that are like, yeah, I'm gonna boycott this movie and not see it. One, okay, whatever. This is still gonna do a shit ton of money. And two, you're fucking lying. I guarantee you, you're probably fucking lying because this is a greater MCU. You're not gonna boycott this, and you'll probably come up with like four stupid YouTube videos about, oh, this is the woke and all that other crap that a bunch of these guys put out that are just dumb. Um, yeah, it's the dumbest thing. But the thing is, I would wager 90% of the people that put out those videos know exactly what they're doing, and they're more intelligent than their audience because they are just putting that stuff out to generate money. And they probably don't
Oh,
care.
oh, hell yeah, of course.
And they
That's part of
probably
the
don't even
game.
care. Yeah, it's part of the game, and they probably don't even care and believe it. Which, hey man, you know what? Do you, boo boo? Make your money at the end of the day. Um,
But
I'm not.
anyways,
I'm not gonna watch that stuff. But yeah, no,
yeah,
the trailer.
on to more
Holy
positive things.
shit, man! Right from the beginning with "Sweet Child of Mine," you had me. I fucking love that Guns N' Roses song.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
I love the fact that they didn't give away gore. They give away just enough for you to want to go. It's a teaser trailer for all intents and purposes. You
Hmm.
don't necessarily know too much of what the story is like, and I really love that. I watch this and I am good. I don't need to watch anything else before the movie comes out. I'm good for the rest of for all the way through till July. Um,
Hmm.
we see that Thor, he's now kind of found a place where he is at peace. He doesn't want to fight anymore, and he's pretty much hung up his axe. And not only that, we see kind of I've got my fingers crossed. We get kind of like an '80s style training montage in this. We see the
Oh,
moment where,
I think it's gonna happen.
oh my god, we see the moment where he's working out, he's getting in better shape because remember in Endgame he was fat Thor,
Hmm.
and he's got. I want that hat too. And if you've ever been in the gym and you've done the ropes, he's doing that but with like giant chains, and the ropes are a bitch. They're really fucking tough to do, dude. It's exhausting. He's in better shape now, and it cuts. I'm guessing there's a passage of time, and he cuts, and he's saying goodbye to the Guardians of the Galaxy. In what is probably one of my favorite moments of the trailer, where Peter Quill is looking at the Guardians and going, "Yeah, you just gotta remember, love the ones that are closest to you, and care about them." And you see Thor's head slowly moving to frame. He's looking at the Guardians. I, you know what, man, I am all for this. And of course, the cherry on top of this trailer is we get Mighty Thor Jane Foster, and she has the hammer at the end of the shot at the end of the trailer, and it's clear the
Oh yeah.
hammer's been reforged. I got to be honest with you, it took me
Yeah.
a second to go, is that Natalie Portman?
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
It legit took me a second to look at her and go, Oh, that is
Oh,
Natalie
that
Portman.
is Natalie. Yeah.
I mean, it's clear that it's her, but at the same time, it's not. I think there's got to be a little bit of CGI work there, where something. It's not just the mask. I'm not crazy, right? It's not just the helmet. Something looks slightly different than the Natalie Portman we're used to seeing. And I know she's been working out, and she's in good shape for this. From what
Yeah. Um,
I'm not crazy, right?
no, I think you're right. It's a little bit weird because we're not used to seeing her in that type of role, but it's
Right,
awesome. I love it.
right.
What I love more than the trailer was the reveal of the Funko Pop of Meek in a business suit. That was pretty funny. You
Listen,
you get a brief shot of Meek in the trailer, but you don't know it's him. But if you look at the Funko Pop, you're like, oh, okay, that's Meek. He's a
wait,
business suit secretary now.
there's a Meek is wearing a business suit.
Yeah, let me find it. Hold on.
Oh my God! Listen,
Yeah.
more Korg and Meek. You know what? Fuck Moon Knight. Give me a Korg and Meek mini series where they're just hanging out in the MCU, dude. I
Oh, that's
love
awesome.
Korg and Meek from that last movie.
Here's a Bob.
Oh my God! I need this.
Yeah, that's
That is
awesome.
great. That is fantastic.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
The only thing, and it's not confirmed because we haven't seen him, but the only thing I don't like about this movie is Gore's look based on the Funko Pops and the Marvel Legends figures and all that stuff. I'm a little disappointed by that.
hmm
Uh, have you seen it? You want me to show it here on the show?
Gore?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm disappointed in the only thing so far that, and this isn't even shown in the trailer. This was more released in product stuff and everything like that, which 99% of the time when you get something like that, it's pretty much what the character is going to look like in the movie, because they're selling the toys based off of what the movie characters look like. This is what Gore looks like, and I'm not feeling this at all.
And you can tell this is going to be pretty close to what we're going to get in the movie because it has the photo real tech that Hasbro's been using. So
hmm
the figure looks like Christian Bale. That like you know that's his face.
Yeah, no, the figure looks cool. That's not Gore to me though. I mean,
This is Assassin's Creed meets Moon Knight.
yeah. I'm no, no. Gore has a very distinct look, and this just honestly looks. Again, hey, they've changed the characters' looks before in the past, and it's worked on film. If Christian Bale can deliver a great performance, then hey, whatever, I'll buy it. But fuck, man, they couldn't have CGI'd him.
I mean, look at the difference. Come on.
It's not even close. Honestly, it's really not even close.
Yeah.
They couldn't have. Like, I don't know. I mean, they did Thanos, right? So you'd expect, yeah, we could CGI him.
Also, do you think they're going to reference the sword thing for Null? I don't think they're going to do it.
I don't think they're gonna go for Null.
Yeah.
Null is the whole. So the sword and its relation to Null is something relatively recent, in probably the last 2 years, that has come about through Donny Cates' Venom run, which I think that was fucking brilliant that he pulled that off. That was a
Hmm.
hat trick. Um, yeah, I could see that. Yeah, I could see that, Raphael. Um, but I think they're just gonna leave it as, yeah, that's that dark blade, and that's pretty much it. I think they're not gonna dive
Yeah.
too much into the mythology of the blade.
That's a shame.
Yeah, I mean, hey, what you know what? If the thing is, the rest of this movie looks like it's gonna be so much fun that I think I can get over the fact that he doesn't look like what I would think Gore would look like.
Yeah.
And there is one particular shot in the trailer where it is ripped straight out of the comic, and
Oh, yeah.
yeah, it's being thrown around online, and we're seeing a lot of people saying, "Man, I hope Assad Ribbit gets some cash for this," which we know he probably won't.
Oh, you won't.
Yeah, he'll get an invite to the premiere. He'll get a thank you in the credits, and that'll probably be the extent of
Sad,
what he
but
gets.
that's the reality these days.
Yeah, which is a damn shame.
Here's a shot.
hmm That's dead on.
Yeah. So, if you guys don't know, just in case, this is Falagar the Behemoth. He is one of the initial gods that Thor finds that was killed by the villain of the movie.
Hmm.
So that's what sets off the chain of events, and I think that's the same thing that's going to happen in this movie.
Yeah. I
But look
also
at that, the rock placement and the scales, everything. It's awesome to look at.
right. I also think we need to kind of maybe tone back our expectations because the thing is, God Butcher is a huge arc in the comics. I think it's almost 20 issues long, something like that. It spans, and not only that, it spans three different timelines. Where you've got young Thor, regular Thor, old King Thor. I don't think we're gonna get any of that in this movie. I think that'd be too much. And I don't know. I feel like honestly, if they wanted to do God Butcher, the God Butcher arc right, that's a story that should have been maybe 5 or 6 episodes on the Disney Plus. But they weren't going to do that because Thor's Thor.
Or if you would have like all four movies of Thor dropped hints of the God Butcher storyline,
Yeah,
and it leads into a fifth and final movie, and then you can do the whole thing like you see in the books.
yeah,
So yeah, just don't go in expecting a 100% recreation of it. Just a loose
yeah.
adaptation, I think.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm expecting. I'm still super excited for this. This is my most excited. This is my most anticipated superhero movie this year, more so than Doctor Strange, more so than any of the other DC stuff. I am super fucking excited about this, mainly because I loved Ragnarok and just the
Yeah,
aesthetic of this, the '80s feel of it, the music, the color, just the entire way this film is shot is fantastic. I think the smartest thing Disney ever did was get Taika Waititi when he was just at the cusp of blowing up on the mainstream. That was the most intelligent thing that they picked up, and they kind of did the same thing with James Gunn.
yeah. Um, we got Zeus, which is being played by Russell Crowe, by
Russell
the way.
Crowe. Yep, he'll probably be dead by the end of the movie.
I think he's going to be a casualty of that movie. If they do show us Hercules, cast Liam Hemsworth. That'd be fun.
That'd be cool.
They haven't mentioned the length. I don't think so. Let me check just in case.
Yeah,
But it's probably going to be 2 hours. So
I just realized that they could spin this off and maybe do a Hercules movie.
oh,
Right?
that'd be awesome.
For those of you that don't know, Hercules is a character in the Marvel comics.
Yeah, sorry. I'm back. So you were talking about the release dates. We got Morbius, which already came out. Doctor Strange,
I forgot about that.
Thor, DC League of Super Pets. I'm not gonna watch that.
Hey, hey,
Nah, I'm good.
I'm still interested a little bit.
Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse 2. Is that coming out this year?
Yeah, the end of this year. They're saying
Okay.
the end of this year.
Got to check that out.
Fuck. Okay, no, never mind. Into the Spider Verse 2 is my most anticipated this year.
Batgirl on HBO Max. And that's pretty much it because Black Adam was moved to next year. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Okay. Cool. I don't know. I want to check them all out. They look cool.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a good year, man. This is a really good year, and it seems like it's getting even better because I don't think we're gonna be getting a Ezra Miller future with Flash. So I am
Ugh.
all for
I hope he gets help because it's not looking good.
it. No, 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 no. And if you were ever gonna replace him, which come on, you probably should. This is the time to do it. Flashpoint.
That sucks. Um, so speaking of DC, while we're on the subject,
Yep.
let's go ahead because I probably got like 20 more minutes in me. The round robin stuff that we talked about a couple weeks back
Okay.
has been pretty interesting. I'm going to share my screen here because I already voted. I did my part. you guys might remember I made an account live on the show. The DC round robin uh, semifinals. So we didn't get Captain Carrot, unfortunately. We didn't get the Ghost Tour from Hell. We didn't get what was the other one that we were? Oh, Wildcat. We didn't get that, and something else. I don't know. But what we are getting for the semifinals is Constantine and the Demon versus Suicide Squad Dark, Green Lantern in the Light, something Forever. It's Superboy, the Man of Tomorrow. We did get some artwork for the final four. I don't know what you think of it.
It looks okay. It's not bad.
So this is Constantine and the Demon. A little sneak peek of the page.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Here's Suicide Squad Dark. They're going after Vampire Batman.
Cool.
Oh, and by the way, Constantine is winning 60% to 39%.
You know what? Out of all the, I could live with this choice if Constantine wins out.
I was surprised. I thought people were going to vote because it's stupid freaking Batman. And they're
Yeah.
like, oh, it's Batman. We got to vote him in.
Yeah.
This is the best panel to show, I think, for Green Lantern. But this is the, what's the name of this? Light at the End of Forever from Cy Spurrier.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So this.
I mean, out of all the writing talent that they've announced, Cy Spurrier is probably their best one.
Yeah.
I'm not feeling this art too much though.
Art is by Marco Santucci. And Superboy, the Man of Tomorrow. I like the art on this one. Kind of anime-esque.
That's
A
cool.
little bit. But I don't really care for a Superboy story, just saying. I would much rather have Green Lantern or Constantine and the Demon. So pretty interesting.
Yeah, this honestly is not going the way that I thought it would go. I think the final will be Constantine and Green Lantern. I think Green Lantern is going to win because of fucking course.
Oh, I should have mentioned. Sorry, my bad. Not to upset you, but Superboy's winning 65 to 34.
Oh, you know what? Fuck it. I'll take that over Green Lantern. Yeah, a Superboy comic? Fuck yeah.
Yeah. So Superboy, it's probably going to be Superboy and Constantine. I'm personally going to vote for Constantine because I love the whole thing of the two characters, Etrigan and Constantine. But
yeah, that could be a lot of fun. That Constantine book could be a lot of fun. I mean, either way it goes, I don't think it'll necessarily be a loss. But here's the thing: we mentioned this when we first went over it. There's a lot of potential in a lot of these stories, and it sucks that they're not even going to try to put some of these out. Like that Animal Man story sounded fun. The Black Canary story could have been fun. There was a Cyborg story, right? So that was the thing. I like the concepts sounded fun for most of these stories, and I'm like, why didn't you just fucking put these books out instead of
doing a tournament thing?
Yeah.
Or the one I was surprised that I think it could have been great was Green Lantern: The Birth of Conspiracy, where you're following Alan Scott, and it's about Roswell and the dawn of the space age and stuff like that. I think that would have been awesome as like a Black Label book or something like that. I would have read that. And Captain Carrot, man, we didn't get that.
Fuck y'all. Fuck the internet for that. Captain Carrot should have at least placed in the second round. Clearly, people have no taste.
Hey, and Hawkman and Hawkwoman and Poochie didn't win, so that's good.
Oh my god, I would have rioted if Hawkman, Hawkwoman, and Poochie won. Yeah, but you know what? I think we're in a good place. I don't think. I mean, of the two books, I have my fingers crossed and hope Constantine wins because the whole premise of that sounds like it's a lot of fun. And Superboy story, it's a Superboy story. You know, we haven't we haven't had a good Superboy story since Jeff Lemire, I want to say.
Probably, yeah.
So
Raphael, did you see the trailer for Black Label Aquaman Andromeda? You bet your bottom dollar I did. It looks amazing.
I haven't seen this.
I don't know if I can show it. I'll show it anyways. Justice for Poochie. Come on now. Let's see. Let's see if I can show this thing. Hopefully we don't get claimed. It shouldn't.
Aquaman and
All right, shut up. All right, here we go. Is that showing up for everybody? Yeah. Ramby, I don't. We're good. There we go.
Oh, Ramby's writing?
Yeah.
Cool.
With the dude that drew Black Bolt. I forgot his name. Christian Ward. There you go.
This looks good.
It's a psychedelic trip, and he goes like into the deep waters where a lot of funky stuff is happening. I'm really looking forward to it.
This looks really cool. Which Aquaman is this? Aquabro or Aquaman?
Oh, it's always been Momoa inspired.
Okay.
All the different Aquaman comics, they all have the same bearded look.
Mummer.
Yeah. I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna get that book.
Yeah, no, that's a day one pick for me. There's so much stuff that I have to catch up on as far as we're it's crazy to think about this, but we're already halfway through the year. And there's a lot of stuff in my back catalog that once the summer months kick in where I won't be working, I'll have a lot of spare time to that's usually when I catch up with a lot of stuff. So I'll be able to read what I want to read and catch up with the 80,000 titles and the mangas and the anime that I need to catch up with. I'm so far behind on My Hero Academia. It's crazy. And yeah.
Oh, you're going to have fun with that.
Yeah, I've heard it. It goes places. Horikoshi's almost done with that, right?
Yeah. I think like a year or two before that wraps up.
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering if he'll do a spin-off series or something like that, because that's a license to print money.
Oh, for sure. Cleveland Brown says, Russell Crowe better be intimidating as Hercules. I'm sorry, Cleveland Brown. I highly doubt it.
I doubt that. This is a Taika Waititi movie.
Yeah, I think it's going to be played for laughs. I think he's going to be the Suze that you're expecting, the drunkard with all the women and all that stuff. I think that's what they're going for with this.
Yeah.
Or maybe like he was intimidating, but now he's just a slouch or something like that. We'll see.
Yeah, my favorite thing was you remember a few months ago when people were losing their shit when they revealed Thor in the new God of War game?
Oh, yeah.
Well, we were like, that's not my Thor. Like, you guys really don't know much about your mythology, do you? Because
people are dumb.
Because Thor isn't a blonde dude that's cut and ripped, and he's not the Marvel Comics guy. And he was a bit of a prick also in mythology.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so the last thing we got here for you guys. Sonic Origins. This year has been crazy for retro collections.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting the Capcom Fighting Collection,
mm-hmm.
the TMNT Cowabunga Collection.
I have that pre-ordered.
The Pac-Man Plus Collection, which has like 14 different Pac-Man games. What else? I don't know. A bunch of retro collections, which is great because that's my jam. And give me a second. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I ended up, of all the collections that were announced, the other day, it was yesterday, I believe, they put up the pre-order link for the TMNT Cowabunga, like, super limited deluxe edition. That's like $150. I bit the bullet and I pre-ordered it off of Amazon knowing that, hey, I'm not going to get charged until it ships. So if I want to cancel it at any time, I can cancel it. The funny thing is, I went to pre-order it. I posted the link to you guys for the Xbox version. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to get it.
Yeah.
After I posted the link, I went back to get it, and it was gone. I was like, "What the fuck?" It sold out that quick. So I quickly pre-ordered the Switch version on Amazon.
People don't mess around, man.
Holy
Oh boy.
shit!
So Sonic Origins was announced this time last year for the anniversary, for the 30th anniversary, and it kind of stayed silent. And it wasn't until recently where it was leaked, but now it was officially revealed today. It's coming out June 23rd,
Mm-hmm.
and it basically has remastered editions of Sonic 1, 2, and 3, Sonic and Knuckles, and Sonic CD,
Yep.
and a new animated intro and stuff like that. Yada yada. First things first, it's digital only, which sucks. Kind of reminds me when they did Sonic Mania. It was digital only for a while,
Yeah.
and then they released a physical. I think that's what's going to happen here. But for now, it's just digital, and you get two versions. You get the classic game or the anniversary mode, which is in widescreen, and it has different collectibles and all that nonsense. That's great. That's cool. You get music from games that aren't on the collection, which is kind of weird, but okay. And here's the thing that I was just a little upset by, and the internet agrees with me, as it should. Um, Essentially, standard edition digital only is $40, and you get the main game. That's it. And if you pre-order, you get a free DLC, which has 100 bonus coins, a mirror mode, and the letterbox background.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you get the digital deluxe edition, you get character animations, camera controls, character animations, additional music. This is the most confusing thing.
Yeah.
And if you don't get the free DLC when it comes out, and or you don't get the digital deluxe edition, which is $45, I think, you can get the other two DLC packs. This could have been avoided. There's no need to do DLC for this game.
This
What is happening here?
this is too convoluted. This is too much of a mess. If you wanted to do a deluxe edition, okay, whatever. But you've got 5 different editions for this game. It's dumb, and it just makes it way too confusing for something that really didn't need to be this confusing. Not only that, they're digital editions. If this
Yeah.
was if this was physical, I could be like, okay, well that works. Okay, you're doing a few physical different editions, nothing new. This has been done for years in the gaming sphere. But to do this digitally, I got to be honest with you, I would have probably ponied up for a special deluxe edition with nice packaging and a good box and all that other the bells and whistles that they throw
Hmm.
in if they had done it that way. But I'm just gonna get the basic special standard edition. There's nothing there that really would intrigue me other than the DLC, and we have to wait and see what that DLC could be. So for me, yeah, this is gonna be. I'm gonna pick this up day one because I love the Sonic games. I grew up with these,
Yeah.
but I don't see the need for any of this other stuff, to be honest. And there's even part of me that's kind of thinking, if I wait a year or two, we might be getting a limited run edition that'll be really badass.
I wouldn't wait because I think we are going to get a physical edition, similar to what they did with Sonic Mania. It was digital only, and then they did the Sonic Mania Plus, which added extra content, and it had the statue, and that's the version I have. I think that's what's going to happen here. I'm not saying it's going to come with extra goodies, but I think they are going to do a digital, sorry, physical edition.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I'm on the fence. I'm not gonna get it because I'm not a digital dude. But
Mm.
but here's a big hairy but. If you really wanted to own all the Sonic games, there's a solution for that, and it's the GameCube. For the GameCube, they released two specific collections that I'm going to recommend, and you'll thank me later. One is the Sonic Mega Collection, which has all the 2D 16-bit games. It includes Sonic 1, 2, and 3, Sonic and Knuckles, Sonic CD, whatever, and all the other games. And then there's the Sonic Gems collection, which has all the 3D stuff,
Mhm.
like the Sega Saturn games and the Sega CD, the even the friggin' Game Gear games, and you can still get that relatively cheap. So if
Yep.
you still have a GameCube and it works, I would recommend those instead of this, because this only has 3 Sonic games and friggin' Sonic CD. However, the highlight here is Sonic 3 being released again, because that has always had legal issues with the music department and the gaming and the licensing. So that's great. So that's reason enough to get it, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. And you can get yourself a GameCube for about $100
Yeah.
on on eBay. And if you're one of those people that are jonesing to have, like Gio said, if you're one of those people that are jonesing to have this in physical, and you're a retro games collector, why not get a GameCube? You know, and just have that. The GameCube, I don't know. I skipped the GameCube era personally, so I'm not really sure what were the banger games for GameCube back in the day. I know they had Smash Brothers and like a few other titles,
Wind Waker, Metroid,
Wind
Metroid
Waker,
Prime.
Metro. Right. So they had those. So I mean, if you're a retro games collector, I don't see why you wouldn't already have a GameCube or why you wouldn't already have these games.
Let me read you off a list. Sorry, I was getting a cup of water here.
Yep.
Um, in the Mega Collection for the GameCube, you get Sonic 1, 2, 3, Robotnik's Bean Machine thing. It was the Tetris like game for the Genesis. You get Sonic Spinball, Sonic 3D Blast, Sonic and Knuckles.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other game, the Gems, it has Sonic CD, Sonic Fighters, Sonic Racing, Sonic Triple Double, Sonic Drift, Tails Sky Patrol, and Tails Adventures. So you're getting almost everything there. That's what I'm going to try and get. I'll say that much. There was a PS2 version, yes, that's true. So I'm going to skip the digital of Sonic Origins. I'm going to go back and try and get the Mega Collection. And if they do a physical of Sonic Origins, I'll bite because I do want to own this for the Switch.
Hmm. Yeah. You know, I could see myself. I know Omar has a substantial retro game collection. I wouldn't mind having a retro game collection much further on in the future when we obviously have the space and the room for something like that.
Yeah.
You know?
Hmm. I love it. I love it so much. And I can't wait. Let's get Sonic out of here. Get out of here, Sonic. All right. Um, I can't wait for that Capcom fighting collection. I am foaming at the mouth for that just because, excuse me, it has all the Darkstalkers games.
This
And I wanted a Darkstalkers collection set with the cover art, but I'll take what I can get.
this is such an interesting year for classic games collections. Aren't we getting also a Contra collection? I think.
Yes, from Limited Run.
Yeah. So this is a really interesting year because a lot of stuff that we collected and that we played as kids and all that other stuff, it's getting retro collections. And I don't know, I think that's part of me thinks that's really cool. Because I would like some of this stuff. But my wallet also thinks, bitch, you can't afford that shit. So what are you talking about?
Oh man! It's been brutal.
So and not only that, Gio, you're killing me with these pinball machines and all this stuff that you keep posting in the group chat. Oh my god, man. Some of the
I
stuff that's coming out this year. Oh,
I want it. I want it badly.
oh my god. And the thing is, we're also in a dry period right now. We're not getting really any good games up until July. So we've got the next 2 months of pretty much nothing.
I have Switch Sports pre-ordered, and then
Yeah.
next month, nothing really big is coming out up until July.
The end
with
of July.
Xenoblade 3
Yep.
and what was the other one? Xenoblade 3,
They
Digimon Survive.
they live, they alive, whatever that
Oh,
thing is.
Live Alive or Live Alive, whatever. Um, and that's it. Oh, and Super Mario Strikers comes out in June, I think.
Yeah. I think what's gonna end up happening is come Summer Game Fest, which since we're not having an E3, we're probably gonna have that.
Yeah,
And Microsoft will do their press conference, Sony will do their press conference. We're going to get a lot of release dates in the next few months for the end of the year because the end of the year is looking kind of dry right now.
yeah. I mean, what we got? Probably a PS5 exclusive at some point.
God of War.
Bayonetta 3. Splatoon 3, I think, is going to come out soon, probably like August or
Yeah.
September. But yeah, we don't really know what's coming out in November.
Yeah. We've got the rumored God of War that's supposed to come out this year. There's rumors of a new Gears of War coming out this
Mm-hmm.
year. There's rumors of 100 different things that are supposed to come out this year, but we don't have dates yet. So we know there's a new Pokemon game that's going to do well. There's a new gen coming.
Oh, I'm getting that ASAP.
Yeah.
Gen 9. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. You know what will happen, though,
Mm.
is, of course, In Stock Trades, the official sponsor of Omnibros Live. Hold on. I'm getting there.
You're
Your
good,
home
bud.
for all things collected editions, omnis, hardcovers, all the Marvel stuff that we talked about tonight, all those books, the Jason Aaron omnibus, the Donny Cates Venom omnibus, all that, you get it at In Stock Trades, up to 48 to 60% off with daily deals. You got to check it out. Fantastic customer service and wonderful packaging. That's InStockTrades.com, the official sponsor of Omnibros Live here on the Omnibus Collectors Network. Phew. All right. That's all I got. We're out. I gotta go.
All right, big guy.
Thank you,
Good night,
everybody, for tuning in. Thank you, everybody, for commenting in the chat. If you're watching this later, let us know what you thought of Moon Knight Episode 4, the Thor trailer, the game stuff, the DC books, all that stuff. We'll be back tomorrow with some show. I don't know what it will be about, but there will be a show. So now I'm just going to shut up and take care of my voice, and we'll be back tomorrow so I can speak for another hour.
Good night, everybody.
So thank you, everybody. Thank you, Lou. Thank you to the chat. God bless. Stay safe. Catch you guys on the next stream. And play some video games.
Good night, everybody.